Yeah, let's party with 60 plays.
Alright, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see here, we are going to be doing a bit of soldering using a soldering iron to make this car driving simulator. Basically, what's going to happen is we're going to be installing these brake lights. They have to be installed in the board. These white ones are the headlights. These are your on and off switches, your power switch. So what are we going to install first? I think we want to start at the top of the board. So where's the USB power adapter? What does that look like? The little plug that goes right there. And the screws, you can actually mount this somewhere. Nice. Okay, since we're here, we're going to install first the power switch. That goes right there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Right here. So, as you can see, the holes are there. 5 holes. I guess we're going to do a bit of solder on the back. I would rather work high. So let's make sure it's in the off position. We're going to put that through there. If we can hold on to it. Can you see that? We put it through there. Now here comes the hard part. How are we going to hold it in? So we're going to rest that there. Hopefully you can see it. We're going to rest it there. We're going to take our solder wire. Hopefully the soldering iron is hot enough. Oh yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it. And this is going to be a bit awkward because the cord is not long enough. Well, I need a magnifying glass. We're just going to put that there. Ooh, yeah, it's really hot. I got to back it off. You saw that smoke pop up. And it's only on 250. Let's crank it back a bit. I don't know if you can see that there. Let's crank it back a bit. Don't want to fry the board. Put the solder there. And we're going to melt it in. I don't know if you can see that. Get the next one. Next one. Alright. I still feel it's a bit hot. Let's get a good amount. Alright. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna let it cool a bit, and then I'm going to test to see how good it's in there. And we have our first piece soldered. And I'm noticing it does not take a lot. It does not take a lot. All right, next, what do we want to install? Let's go for one of the C1s and C2s. So these are pretty simple. These are actually through the hole. Hopefully you can see that. Through the hole there. Now, being new to this, I know we just don't crimp these. We want to get some solder on them. I know they're making contact. Let's see if you guys can see that. No, they aren't solderable, okay. And now the other one. C2. All right, so we have those done. All right, now something that's called a STC8 chip. I don't happen to see that just yet. It says U1. Where is that? Looks like oh, this in here. That's why it's in the box. So these. Oh, that's light. I can feel it creaking in my hand. So how are they the same? They are totally different. So this one looks like it goes here. I forget I'm also trying to show you guys. That side is in. Let's see if we get them in at the same time. They need to be bent in just a bit. That sounds crazy. Okay, get one side in. And then kind of bend the other side. Let's see what we're going to do. Keep it in the light. I need a magnifying glass for this. Oh my gosh. It's like right there. Let's see if we can get those bent in. One at a time, I guess. Alright, let me straighten this. I forgot I gotta show you guys without scraping the board. Can you guys see? There we go. Just needed a bit of finagling. So the board is coming along. Where is that piece there? That's what I want to find. Just to start at the top. Those aren't it. That's not it. It's a USB part. Is where you plug the power in to light up everything. This in goes in there. Or rather this in to light up everything. But I don't see a piece that takes it. Not yet anyway. Okay, let's move ahead. The next piece we want to install, I would really like to know where that is. Is that it? Let's see. No, that's the LED board. This goes there. That's P1. Here it is. Yeah. You see that? So this plugs in that to give it power. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, you know what? Let's get these down first. Let's get some solder on this, which is now going to be really hard because I can't lay it flat. Let's see how I'm going to do this. You know what? I'm going to bend it over until, that's what she said. I'm going to bend it over until I can get solder on it, just to hold it in place. Well, maybe just two. This one and this one. Because I don't know if you can see these lines, these circuit here, these circuit lines. I don't know if you can see it, but there are lines connecting everything. And I don't want to cross one of those because it can not complete the circuit. Okay. Moving right along. Now, here's this piece. Let's install that. You can see. All right, and again, to save time, if I can. No, these are short. These don't seem bendable. What I was going to do, yeah, I can't even feel it. What I was going to do was put some, I was going to bend that, but now I'm going to have to solder that. So, but the only thing is, it's kind of recessed. I can't lay it down flat because this is going to, you see my predicament? I can't lay it down flat. So I need to prop something up. I'm going to see if I can use this to take up the space. And then we're going to put some solder on it. Or what do they call it? Flux or something I was reading. Okay, now where is it? There it is. We're going to solder that. Fumes this thing puts off. All right. Am I getting it now? All right. Wow, 2 good dollops. All right. Wow, this stuff is hot. Be very careful with this. Use eye protection and long sleeves. I don't know if you can see that. Some got on me and it was burning so bad. All right, so we have that in. Let's put this back. I think that the gun is just getting too hot. Let's see if I can turn it down a bit. That's like 250. All right, They say it, make sure you keep this thing clean, so I'm going to try and keep it clean. Alright. So you get the gist of what we're doing here. Basically, we need to put in all of these little circuits, and we're going to plug our power cable in, and we're going to use our switches to turn everything on. So, yeah, my eyes are really strained right now because this is really small. I don't know if you can see the actual scale of it, but this is really small to the point that I have to use tweezers to pick up most of the stuff. But yeah, I'm just going to plug along, and my plan is, now that I'm doing this, is to get everything in. That's what I want to do. I think that'll be faster, and then solder everything. So I think we're going to go with that. We're going to take our brake light, the red one here, and put it third in. 1, 2, 3. So this is one brake light. The next one is right next to it. And our white light is next to that. With our amber light next to that. Now keep in mind, I'm not really sure if we break these off or just bend these. I'm not sure if we solder these. And then our amber light. So if you're just getting here, what's supposed to happen is, once we get everything inserted and soldered in, we are going to use the power cable to plug this in, the USB power cable, and then we're going to use our switches here to make sure we did the circuit board correctly. So I'm going to just turn this over. Something's telling me we solder these. I'm just going to bend them out the way right now. I don't know if you can see that. There's nothing. I'm just going to bend them so we can hold them in so they don't come out. Just like that. Now we go our headlights, two white lights up front. And big hands are moving this. The other. Next time I'll use a magnifying glass. Like I said, these items are so small. Our amber next. If you can see that. Holes are really small. Yeah, I just think it'll be easier to come back through and then solder everything down. So I have to keep in mind, and I don't know if you guys can see, like I said, there are, can you see those lines? Those lines complete the circuit, and I don't want to scrape or damage one of those, because what will happen is the circuit won't complete. All right, that's in. Now what? What do we go? Are we going to finish this in one setting? Okay, one of the, so this, since these are, I guess these are together, 2, 4, 6, okay, these are together, so the single ones must be the ones that go on the outer. So, We're going to bend this here, this resistor. And we're going to put it through. Wow, that hole is small. I can't even see it. We're going to put that through. Oh my gosh. All right, that's pulled through. Again, we're just going to move it so it doesn't come out. Now the 8 here, I'm thinking this is the pack of the 8. It's 2, 4, 6, and that's 8. Okay. All right. So the only way to do this is to just do it. So let's take this one out. Pop it out. And put it through. I hope the next few are just as easy. All right, pop that out. Can you guys see this? Put that in. Put that in. Being careful not to damage it. I'm looking at the bottom. I'm just going to pull it through if I can. Trying to keep it on camera. All right. That one's through. Or maybe I should have cut these. That's why I brought along my wire cutters. But we're just going to feel our way through. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. So I guess the loose ones are for something else. All right, let's get this one off. Let's make it even. Oh, I'm not even on camera. Make it even. Put that through to R6. Wow, these holes are super small. That through. All right, I'm satisfied with that. I'm going to turn it over and attempt to pull it through. My big hands are in the way. All right. I'm looking out the back window and there's a huge deer like looking right through the sliding glass door. All right, we got that one. Wow, this thing is crazy. Oh, I gotta keep it on camera. You guys can see that. All right, 5 more to go. They're just so small, my goodness. All right, let's get a pattern going. Get it on camera. That one's in. That one's in. Okay. Let's try and make the next one like that. All right, just take these out so we're not breaking the flow. All right, let's bend it. Bend it like Beckham. We're on R8. Wow, R8 went in record time. R9, I think because we're getting it perfectly bent. So how's everyone day? How's everyone weekend? How's everyone night, depending on where you are? Let me know in the comments. All right, now I think we're getting a good flow because that went in very nicely. I think the trick is getting it bent correctly, well, evenly. So that was R9. This is R10. Okay, another good one. Don't speak too soon. Flip it over. Oh, gotta get it on camera and pull it through. All right. Oh, something came out. Something came out. One of the amber lights. Put that back through. And I didn't want to bend it too hard because I didn't want it to break. All right, that's in. How are we looking, guys? Can you see that? We have quite a bit to go. I don't know if we can get that all done today. Again, you know, I don't like my videos being too long. I know you guys have other important stuff to do, so I'll just sit here and relax on a nice, quiet Sunday afternoon, looking out the backyard, seeing the deer, the fox, sometimes owls. What else I get back here? Groundhogs. What else? I love when I get the owls back there. I have some video, but I haven't posted it. But the owls, I think, are the most majestic. They sit there like, oh my goodness, so intimidating. And then when they fly off, when they sit, they perch, they look so small. But when they take off, oh my goodness, the wingspan. All right, so we got a lot done. Do we want to put in a switch? Do we want to put in a switch? What do you guys say? You want to put in a switch? Let's see which way it operates. So up and down, but it goes side to side. I'll put it in how it says. So I gotta get it on camera. This goes here. It's starting to come together. So once we get everything soldered in, we're gonna put the power cable in. And if we have everything right, we should be able to control all these lights. So yeah, it goes side to side. It doesn't go up and down based on how the threads are. So I want to get all the wires in first. And where do we have more wires? We have 3 going right here. And this is the 3. So I at least want to do that before I end the video. But yeah, guys, these are the little things that keep me occupied, to keep the brain sharp. So we're going to put, oh, got to get it on camera. That's in. I'm going to fold that. Let's see, let's get this one in. Wow, these holes are super small. All right, that went in. And see, that's what it looks like on the other side. I'll just bend it so I can catch it so it doesn't come out. And last but not least, let's get it bent to make it a little easier. Now, if someone's done this before, and there's always someone that's going to say you're doing this wrong, kindly tell me how to do it right. Would you have cut off the wires first and then soldered? But I just wanted to do this way fast, because if I'd have taken the time to solder each one of these, we'd still probably be back here somewhere instead of further along. So I think that's all the resistors. So what we have left are just these remove after washing. What the heck? What do you mean washing? I'm sure it means something else. These kits are from China, so sometimes the words don't correspond. So these are the pieces we have left. And of course the display. So what's cool is, that's a nice bit of ASMR. So this is actually a display, meaning this goes here, and I guess it'll tell you the part of the vehicle you're illuminating. Yeah. So I'm excited to see this through. If you're enjoying this, let me know if you want to see more of it, because they have a lot of kits, different things you can wire up. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. And let me know if you guys want to see more of this, and I'll consider it. No pressure. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But I'm gonna still do it. Okay. Yeah, guys. We're almost there. So I think in the next video we should have it all done. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you next time.